here we are. Now what you're going to do, we're going to bring up a client, a Windows 10 client that we have. You're going to connect by internet, and you're going to install here the Apache. You're going to create a normal website or a normal virtual host, and then we're going to access by the client to this virtual host, simulating the function of a web server. So now you're going to connect Windows 10 to the CentOS and let's bring this Windows 10 up. Now it's a condition that you have Windows 10 and right now you have it on internet. As you can check, he is on internet and also on CentOS. The second adapter will be or must be renamed to internet. Now after you've done this, you can go to Windows 10. Let's log in as a local administrator, and to do you can press dot and then slash, and then you have student. This was the user that we used to install the system. You enter with the password, and I hopefully think that we are logging on Windows 10. Okay, here we are. Okay, so let's go to the command prompt, ipconfig/all. Right now is Apipa, he has no IP address, so let's configure this interface, change adapter settings, properties, and we'll say that we'll have 192.168.10.14 netmask, and default gateway. We're going to force all the broadcasts that starts from the Windows server directly to the CentOS. So we say that default gateway will be the CentOS, okay, the IP of the CentOS. After we done this, now let's try and let's ping the IP address of the CentOS, and we have success. So these two machines right now, they are at the same network, they can communicate with each other, and we're going to install here on CentOS, we're going to install Apache. So let's come here, and to install Apache you must be as root or work as root, and I'm going home. This is root home, and you don't have to do it, but anyhow, first of all check if you have the other interface, the NP0S3. This interface is the interface that is connected to the one. So you have to bring this up. It will pick up this IP address, and then you can go to the internet and install HTTP. So if up and P0S3, and after we're going to install. So here connect IT, we'll do ping centos IP to check if there is connectivity. between the two VMs, then bring up the interface, and right now we're going to install install Apache. Apache is perhaps the most used and well-known web server, and to do so we have to be as root right now and say yum -y install httpd asterisk. We're going to install Apache and also a bunch of other package with Apache also. So this is the line that you have to, this is the line that you have to run with. And enter. And right now is going to check to the nearest latest Apache package, at least for, and right now we have a faster internet connection and it's installed. So how can we check if and what was installed? You can have Red Hat packet manager RPM, and then you can check by query and list and the name of the package. The package installed in CentOS or Red Hat, it's called HTTPD. This is the name of the daemon that was installed. So with this line, where finish, you can check what was installed. So 3.1, check what was installed. Check, I'm going to put here some note. Check what was installed with last comment. And let's look few entries that we have here. So first of all, the HTTPD, the daemon, all the configuration it stores on or begins on HTTPD on etc. HTTPD. So this is the working directory of the service. Okay. What else? We have here, these are two directories. This is for the main configuration directory. And here is where you store the virtual hosts of the sites. Now, what else? Sorry. So you've got another directory here below HTTPD. It's conf modules, because Apache works as a model. So you have here at least these 6 or 7 modules that are loaded when the service starts. The use is they begin with 00 because and then after you've got the letter, it means that's the importance and the precedence that you want to give to those modules. If you want first module to start before one of these, you have to give a number starting with 00 something. This file is the main configuration file of the system, of the service. Main. Then you have magic. Here is where he stores some logs. Here it's where he puts the PID, the process ID. And HTTPD also works with log or rotate. This is a daemon that rotates the logs, since HTTPD creates a lot of logs. This is where it runs the software. Other enters here. This is these files. They are the libraries, or the that are going to be used with the service. Then this is the daemon that is going to be start. The daemon of the service. And after, you've got a lot of documents here that you can consult and check what is happening. Here there are some also information that you can consult, and for instance, you've got the readme icons here on HTML. You can read it if you open here a browser. You can read this information here, and what else? Got a lot of GIFs and PNG, a lot of image that is used by the system, by the service itself. Information about CSS pages, and this one, they are the man pages that you can use when you are inquiring how to use help about HTTPD. For instance, if you want to know how to work out HTTPD can work and what are the options, you may HTTPD, and this information that you are seeing right now, it's the information that is stored on this file. What else? This is the home folder of the service. In Linux, users and service are the same. They have different priorities and different configurations, but they are treated as the same. So if you check, if you make a cat to etc past double D, this is the file where you have all the service and users of the system. And right now, we begin with the first one. You've got here the root, and also other daemons that are installed, and you can check that right now you have installed Apache. Here is the line concerning Apache daemon. The X means that this is the password that is stored in the etc shadow. This is the user ID and the group ID. This is the name of the service that you want to do, and this is the home of the service. Like you have here in student. Let me check where student is. Look, this is the address regarding the student, the user. So you've got here the username, password, and then the user ID, the group ID, the name that we gave to the user, and this is the home of the user, just the same as here. This is the home of the service. And after, you've got has been no login, since the service can't log in the system. So it goes straight ahead to this binary. Here it doesn't allow any login on the system. But on the student, you have a different shell. Where is it? Post student. You have bin bash. It's the standard or normal shell that's used in 98% of the distros, the Linux distros. So right now, after you do this, you have to put the service on the startup. So place service on the startup, and you'll do systemctl enable HTTPD, since HTTPD it's a daemon, and right now you have enabled. So next time you reboot the system, the service will be running. We don't need this, only need this. And let's start the service. So systemctl system control start HTTPD. And right now, how can we say that the last comment was a good comment and add no errors? 3.3 start the daemon. So you do this. When you do a comment and you want to know if the comment has success or was executed with success, you can do echo and inquire the error state, echo $? And if the result is 0, it means that the last comment was a good comment, it had no error. So last comment had no error. Okay. How can we check what HTTP or Apache listens in what port? What's the port where the service is listening? When you get to a page file, you connect to an IP and to a port. What's the port of HTTP? 80. Good. So if you do the command net start, net statistics -a all protocols and name protocols TCP and the port name, if you do this, you'll get net start. Oh, we don't have no net start. Good. I don't remember the yum -y install. What are the libraries of the netstall? I can make a search. RPM. Yum search netstat. Let me check what's the package where netstat is installed. Is install nettools. Okay, so we're going to install. We need to install nettools to have netstat. Okay, netstat it's a utility that gives you what are the statistics and the connections that you have in this way. So you have to install nettools to do so. So this is for checking. Another. This is check which package belongs a binary or utility. Okay, so you make a search, and right now you know that you have to install. This package is inside one of these. Let's install nettools. So I think it's yum -y install net tools, net/tools, and let's check. Yeah, it's installing, and right now net start. Yeah, okay. So you have install utility net tools. So you did, sorry, not this, but install net tools. So let's do the command again. Something else that history, you got also another command, history. History gives you the last history command shows what were the last entrance and common entrance. Okay, so when you do history, you'll find out all the comments. This is the comments, the entrance, the comments that we did as root. If you come here to the terminal, and since we are working as student, if you do history, you'll find out the history that at least in this shell this user did. So right now we want to check this command, the 44. So you press point and do the 44 and write the 44, and it runs this command. Okay, in my case it was the 44th command that I did in this shell, so it runs it. So here you can check that right now. Let me, I'm going to reduce the size here and open this window, sorry, and open this window so you can check better. So the command that we did right now, you've got here someone who is listening on port 22, and this is SSHD. What's the service? It's the SSHD, the daemon for connection by a secure login as SSH. SSH is secure shell. Okay. Here you are listening port 25. This is the master. The master is for SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. We have here some sockets also connected outside. This is when we install it, or when we went to the use the Mozilla Firefox, and right now you can check that here you have a daemon that is listening on localhost on IPv6, and the name of the daemon is HTTPD, and the PID, the process ID of this service is 6299. So if you do, or if you use a grep, you know the command grep? You don't know, right? Okay. So grep, you want to grab everything from the output of this command that has 80, and if you do so, you'll get this information saying that right now you'll check that HTTPD is listening on port 80. So if it is listening on port 80, you can use the local host, and here you are testing. This is the default web page of HTTPD of Apache, and this is where you can go. And look, you can visit your content website here. This is where you have configuration. This is the file, the virtual host that is responding to this interface. And if you go to the client, password, I'm going to install here another browser because I'm not very fond of Edge or Internet Explorer. So I'm going to turn, what I'm going to do just to install software, I'm going to put this interface as not, okay, temporarily. I'll put it as not, so it will be, this computer can now go, it will obtain this information, except the NP interface. Right now we'll be connected to the outside, to the one, and so we install Mozilla or Chrome or whatever, another browser, and after it we'll put it again to this and connect directly to the CentOS. Okay, so temporarily we're going to connect this to the one and going to install those interfaces. So I must come here, not, and right now is obtaining IP config release, sorry, IP config release. I haven't changed it yet. Properties, yeah, close. IP config release, and then renew, close. You went to a coffee. Okay, and then IP config renew, and right now we should have the IP config, right? Look, now we have the IP 10.02.15. This is a sign that we are connected by NAT to the virtual host, to the virtual box. So let's install. I'm going to install here, yeah, and let's install sorry, I didn't install it. So okay, do not use ask me later, and Google Chrome. Ugh. Sorry about this. Google. And download Firefox. Yeah. Download Firefox new. Let's come here. Let's install in a different. What's happening here? Let's work. Let's close, and let's download it. English. Where is it? English. English could be English US 64, and run. Just a second. Is this downloading? 1 minute 32. After we download it, then we can go directly to the page and see what is happening. Well, till there, it's too slow. Come on, man. I forgot to install here a browser. The decent browser. Come on, come on. Till then, so after we're doing this, we're going to put again the interface, connect directly to the CentOS. Going to change it to internet and give this IP address, and then we'll going to access this page. Sorry, going to access this web page by writing the IP address of the CentOS. 46 almost 10 9 come on 8 7 6 5 4 3 and here we are. And let's see if it's installing. Extracting. And okay, so right now you can change the interface, internal network, internet. Here we have to say yes. And change adapter settings, properties. Is installing. Next, install, and let's finish. IPv4 properties. Use the IP address 192.168.10.40, 192.168.10.200. Okay, close. And let's see if right now, and let's check if it gets, first of all let's check if it can pings. Yeah, it's pinging. So hey, just a second. So here 192.168.10.200 and oops, and enter, and right now we can't access. Why? Why can't we access? Let's put our head thinking. If I'm inside, if I'm on the localhost, I can access the web pages. But if I'm accessing from here, I cannot access. Why? What could be the problem? Yeah. Whose firewall? Windows firewall. But you want to get out, you don't want to get in. So whose firewall? This one. Here we have a firewall not allowing any connection that comes to port 80. So any connection that comes to port 80, it's blocked. So you have to open this door here on the firewall on the CentOS, allowing that all the communications that arrive directly to this port can connect to the service that is listening on that port. So let's go to the CentOS and let's open that port. To open the port on CentOS, there is a graphical way also to do it, but let's do this the hard way. So you have the command firewall -cmd, and then say, first of all, let's see what ports the firewall right now has open. Listen, list ports. Right now, as you can check, no port is open on the firewall. So let's add another, add port, and we'll say that's port 80, and the protocol that will arrive on this port will be TCP, Transport Communication Protocol, and we'll say this is be permanent, and it's success. But if we check again, the list ports is still open because we have to reload these ports. So we'll do reload, and right now it reloaded the configuration. If you list the ports right now, is listening on port 80. Listening, that is, right now is accepting communications that will be established to that port. So here, what's the number? 3.3. Add port 80 to the firewall, to the CentOS firewall. Okay, so let's look right now. Let's try again, and right now you are connecting. Now we are connect to the CentOS that is running, the Apache that is running on CentOS. If you come here to command line, let's find out something more curious. If you do net start here on Windows AN or A, and here it's difficult. There's a fine. Okay, you've got here more. Right now, enter, and let's see, because we have established a communication. Where's the communication? It's already finished. No, it's listening. Where's the communication? He stopped the communication. Let's press. Where is the communication? Let's do a refresh here. Enter and enter again. Ah, here it is. So look, right now you can check that we have a link, and this calls a WinSocket. The WinSocket is made by an IP and port, and this is the communication that is made from the Windows side to the CentOS side. So it's connecting directly to this IP and to this port 80. If you come to the CentOS, you should have the opposite. So net start -int and grep port 80. Oh, sorry, it stopped. We have to refresh again. We have to refresh again this and go right here, and here you have. So as you can check right now, this is the socket. Hey there, any problem out there? So this is the socket in CentOS, and this is the socket on Windows, or WinSocket. And the communication on layer 4 Aussie model, it's made from this port and this IP to this IP and this port. Okay, so we have communication. I'm going to stop the video here, and then we're going to make other configurations. Okay, so let's stop.